Okay, listen up, gentlemen. Intel reports a significant military presence on the island. We have the element of surprise, so let's use it. The North Koreans can't know we're here.
They won't even know what hit them.
This review is sponsored by OCGadgets.com. Crysis for the Xbox 360 and PS3 is a downloadable title, now available for only $20. Now, Crysis was available on the PC a few years ago, and it was simply one of the best shooters on that platform. So what's changed, and if you're new to the series, well, how is it? Well, the controls have been changed, and the powers are still there, mind you, but they've been streamlined a bit to make it easier for a controller to use. However, they work great, and that's the only thing that's been altered for this port. So you're a Special Forces soldier on a Korean island with a super soldier nanosuit. Well, the story's not going to win any awards, and it takes a turn for the creepy a ways in, and you end up fighting aliens. The game also boasts superb voice acting. The controls for the game are tight, intuitive, and responsive most of the time. However, I did feel that the aiming seemed ever so slightly off. It seemed like in the thick of combat I was missing shots that I shouldn't have. But overall, the shooting mechanics are fantastic, the guns sound and look great, and have a real punch to them along with some real recoil, which gave the game a great visceral flair, making combat extremely satisfying. You can also add silencer scopes and other attachments to your weapons to make a tactical choice for combat. Not to mention tactics, but you can play the game stealthily or blast your way through. It's simply up to you, and the game is fairly open-ended in that sense. You'll have a cloaking ability to go invisible to sneak around or right up to your enemies. You'll also have armor so you can take a beating and live through it. And super jump and of course super sprint. They all work well and give the game a nice balance of a sci-fi shooter meets a military tactical shooter. You can also grab enemies to use as human shields, which looks awesome to say the least, or you can simply toss them over a cliff, into a wall, or into another enemy. Whatever you want, you can do it. Now, the game's graphics are still outstanding to this day. The lighting, particle effects, and textures are simply outstanding. However, this is not the highest setting that the game could have been played at. If you have a really powerful PC, you can make this game look better. But that's just a compliment for this game's insane graphics capability. And for a console, and not only that, a downloadable $20 game, it's really quite impressive. There's plenty of vehicles to drive and run over enemies or get the drop on them by crashing into an enemy vehicle. What I really enjoyed, however, was scoping out an enemy post, making a plan on how to take them down without being noticed. I really love these tactical options in the game, though I admit most of the time I just shot my way through all the enemies. But that's what makes this game so great. The immense replay value. You can play the game almost any way you want. Few games really allow you to have this amount of freedom. Now, the game is not open world in that sense, but it's definitely big enough to drive around and take a few different paths and change the way you'll attack the enemies next time around. Also, the enemy AI is very smart and allows for some intense firefights. They never react the same way twice and always show that they are intelligent computer-controlled characters. Now, if you've played the PC version, you should know that in this version you cannot manually save your game. It's all done through checkpoints now. And as I said, the power system has been streamlined to make it easier for controller. Some things were lost in translation, but none really affect how the game plays, and it is still a fantastic port. The game also does seem much easier than it was on the PC. However, again as I should note, these are all small faults, and it is still one of the best ports I have seen, and I would gladly have paid $60 for a physical copy of the game. Not to mention that the game has quite a lengthy campaign. But the simple fact is you can download this for 20 bones. Well, you'd be dumb just not to give it a go. It's one of the best shooters around, and if you missed it the first time around on the PC, you have no excuses this time. Definitely check out Crysis. It's available on the Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network for only $20. Thanks for watching my review. Please head over to my website, www.thereallifegamer.com, for more reviews, written articles, and interviews. And also, here's a message from our sponsors, OCGadgets.com. Do you know where you can get the coolest custom smartphone cover available on the internet? OCGadgets.com. Got a picture you think would make a pretty cool cover? Send it to them. They've got great customer support and they will work with you one-on-one to make sure you get a cover that not only do you like, but you'll love. Don't take my word for it. Go ahead and visit the site today and use my coupon code, TheRealLifeGamer, for an extra 10% off of your purchase. They've got great customer support, a great and friendly staff, good pricing, and fast shipping. This is a company you should definitely check out and support. OCGadgets.com, the leader in custom smartphone covers.